What's up, guys? Welcome to week number 6 of off-season training. Wrapping up the third week wave of bench here with 5 sets of 8 with 240 pounds on the Duffalo bar Larsen presses. This is the last week of this variation before I switch over to a more competition style bench. Using the grip modifications that I got from Tom DeLong at the USPA coaching certification 2 weeks ago. Decided to jump right back into where I should have been had I not missed last week's bench workout, and going straight to the 5 sets of 8 instead of hitting 4 sets and waiting another week to make the progression. It felt fine. I ended up pretty gassed, so my close grip didn't end up feeling quite as good as it had the week before. But whatever, I still got all the volume in on the main work, and all these sets here were between the 255 and 75. So moving forward to next week, I'll be going to sets of 8 with the competition style bench, touch and go. I will most likely keep close grip in as a secondary movement, along with some dumbbell pressing, possibly on an incline. We'll see. I'm gonna do a little bit of thinking there before I decide 100%. But just want to get some experience with that wider grip that I'll be using, since that is going to be a new stressor for the chest. See how I feel with that, and then hopefully training with a little bit better leverage is going to make my bench go up and keep me from getting injured all the damn time. So here's hoping to that one. Nothing too outside of the ordinary on this bench day. Got all the sets and reps, hit some sets with the football bar, just got a good pump going. Overall, it's been a pretty good week. The day before the session, I was surprised by Tony Harris walking in the front door of the gym. He'd actually run into Z at a local 24-hour fitness and was looking for a place to train for the summer. So I kind of got caught off guard in the middle of one of my sessions and had a fanboy moment as he walked in and came and checked the place out with him and his buddy David Modesto, who will be training with us over the summer. So it's going to be really cool to have them both here. Great opportunity to get to kind of watch some of Tony's training and learn from him as well. If you're not familiar with Tony Harris, then go ahead and Google him. He is one of the top IPF raw lifters. Been at it for about 27 years, so definitely always good to get an opportunity to learn from somebody who's been at the sport for so long. I've always been one to value, getting to learn from the people who kind of helped pioneer powerlifting and really came up with some of those basic methods that are still working to this day. So hopefully I get to learn a lot, and that will benefit my training, and hopefully Tony enjoys his time here as well. So squats were moving pretty well. These are my cat squats. Went up to the same 3x3 at 325 with 3 back offs at 285. Got all these done in about 17 minutes on this day. Was still focusing on just some of the new cueing strategies that I've been trying to implement for the last 2 weeks, and they all went pretty well. So this will be the last week of this rotation, after which time I'm going to switch over into the next 3-week wave, which will consist of singles up to about 85 to 90% or so, and then 8 sets of 5 at 60%, hopefully done in under 30 minutes. So continuing to build on the volume and conditioning aspect of this workout while pushing the weight on my secondary squatting day on Thursday. So nothing too exciting there. These felt pretty good. Still a little bit of instability on some of the reps, but I think that is partially due to me squatting several inches below parallel. So if I can maybe dial that to like an inch or 2 below parallel, I think a lot of that will go away as well. So that'll be on the docket for next week. So decided to go ahead and include one of Tony's sets here. He ended up hitting 3 total singles at 675 in sleeves. I think this is one of his last heavy squat sessions before IPF Worlds. We'll see what he ends up coming and hitting today, but Tony's got just enormous work capacity. His 3 singles were followed by some rack pulls up to 805 for triples, some shrugs with like 650s, some RDLs, and bench. Just insane. He trains all 3 of the competitive lifts or variations of them on each of his training sessions, which is something that's also new to me. I may kind of pick his brain and maybe we'll try that kind of frequency out sometime over the summer here. I'm going to continue finishing what I've already written, but that's definitely something that's interesting to me, since I have noticed some benefits from going to twice a week on all 3 lifts. Why not go free? So we will see there. These are my block pulls after this session. Worked set of 3 at 495, one at 525, and then a top set of 3 at 545 off of, I don't know, I think it was about 6 mats worth of blocks. And these all felt pretty good. Got my starting hip position locked in really well. My back is staying nice and tight, and I'm controlling my head position in a little bit newer way per Tony's suggestion. One of the things that he suggested for cueing on a deadlift is keeping your head more neutral to slightly down at the very beginning, and then starting to shift the head up as you pass the knees to kind of get the hips driving in towards the bar faster. So it's not as evident on these block pulls, but as we get to my main pulls from the floor, you can definitely see that same cueing strategy being effective. I did not film my upper body accessory day, but I switched the strict press into a push press just to continue the weight progression and get more weight in my hands on those. Worked up to a smooth 235 single, and then did back offs at 205. Didn't quite get 3 sets of 5. I think I got 185 for 5, and then a set of 4 and a set of 3 at 205. So the goal for next week will be, teaser, I hit it, but the goal for next week will be 205 for 3 sets of 5 following that top signal. So that went well. Also working an incline bench on that day in sets of 8. Worked up to 225 for, I think, 2 sets of 8 and like a set of 6 or something like that. So that's going to continue to progress until I get 3 sets of 8 at 225, and then I will make a jump up in weight as well. On my secondary day, you can see I'm still working the Hatfield Squats. Still really like this movement, especially now that I've kind of figured out some of the cueing with the upper body to kind of get the chest driving up and the head back into the bar. Worked up to a top set of 5 at 470 here, which is what's being played. I'm pretty confident I should be able to get something up over 500 next week when I hit this variation. And then I'm thinking I will most likely get rid of the handles and continue to progress or try and implement the same cueing strategies and strength into my just regular safety bar squat. Most likely keeping this in 5s, but just getting rid of the assistance handles in the front. So followed the Hatfield squats up with some speed deads with chain. Added 50 pounds of bar weight, and the goal was to keep the same chain progressions. So do a set of 3 straight weight, add 2 chains, add 2 chains, add 2 chains, up to 200 pounds of chain. So what you're seeing here is triples up to about 560 with chains, or 565. All of these moving really smoothly. Here you can see that head position and how that affects the leg drive coming off of the bottom. So I'm getting nice, strong starting position, holding position throughout the entire lift, and you can see that it is effectively shortening my lockout to a pretty significant degree. So that feels really good. I actually have a bruise at the top of my thigh there from locking out up there instead of banging it into my shin. So really happy with how these felt. The sets continue to get faster and faster over the course of all 5 working sets, which is kind of the goal. With the last one actually being even better than this set here with 160 pounds of chain. So followed up the chain pulls with just a quick triple at 365 in straight weight, and then finished with the same banded dumbbell good mornings that I worked last week. This time with the 90-pound dumbbells for, I believe, 4 sets of 8, or 3 sets of 8 and a set of 10. And then lunged the 35-pound kettlebell for the first time. So at this rate, I'll be up to an empty bar in no time. Anyways, that is it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like it, subscribe to my channel, connect me on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. And as always, check out the website at savagegym.com.